2025 didn't just give us new K-dramas. It caught us exhausted, emotionally overloaded, and gave us stories that felt disturbingly accurate. These weren't casual watches. They were mirrors. Today, we're talking about the K-dramas of 2025 we needed more than we expected, the ones that stayed with us long after the screen went dark. This drama stripped heroism of its shine. The trauma code. Heroes on Call showed sacrifice not as inspiration, but as routine. Lives saved at the cost of sleep. Trauma absorbed, without time to heal. People choosing duty again and again, knowing no one is keeping score. After this drama, "I'm tired" started sounding inadequate. Because real sacrifice doesn't ask to be admired. It just asks to be survived. This wasn't tragedy written for sympathy. This was survival sharpened into vengeance. The Defects begins with children already erased, discarded by adoptive parents, nearly killed, treated as mistakes that could be buried. But they live. And what follows isn't healing. It's a calculated return. Pain becomes discipline. Fear becomes fuel. Survival becomes strategy. This isn't a story about innocent victims. It's about what society creates, and then fears. And that makes it deeply unsettling. When life gives you tangerines wasn't about dramatic loss. It was about missed timing. Dreams delayed until they expired. Love restrained until it became memory. Lives shaped by almost. This drama didn't ask, "What did you lose?" It asked, "What never even began?" That painful thought, maybe nothing went wrong. It just never aligned. That's not romance. That's real life. This drama smiled at us and hid the knife. Bon appetit. Your Majesty looked comforting.
Food, charm, romancy.
But nothing here was innocent. Every dish was leverage. Every kindness had subtext. Power moved quietly, politely, relentlessly. We came for warmth. We stayed because cuteness was being used as camouflage. This drama proved something rare. Softness can be strategic. Good Boy asks a brutal question. What happens after you do the right thing? In this world, integrity isn't rewarded. It's punished. Following the rules costs careers, safety, and dignity, while those in power stay protected by the system itself. This isn't a fight against villains. It's a fight against procedure. And that's what makes Good Boy so unsettling. Injustice here isn't dramatic. It's routine. In this drama, truth doesn't free anyone. It exposes them. Every confession pulls someone down, guilty or not. The closer the truth gets, the higher the cost. And by the end, you're left wondering, was honesty worth the damage it caused? This wasn't a fantasy about wishes. It was a psychological duel. Genie, Make-A-Wish introduced Iblis, powerful, mischievous, and dangerous, awakening after 1,000 years to grant wishes. But the real story wasn't magic. It was restraint. Ka-young didn't beg, didn't crave, didn't fall easily. And that's what terrified him. What happens when temptation meets someone who refuses to be corrupted? This drama wasn't about proving humans are weak. It was about discovering that love can exist without surrendering control. A battle of wills. A romance stretched across lifetimes. And a question that lingered. Is corruption inevitable or chosen? By now, morality had nowhere left to hide. Squid Game 3 wasn't about games anymore. It was about complicity. Who profits? Who watches? Who pretends neutrality while benefiting from cruelty? The horror wasn't the violence. It was recognition. At some point, you stop asking who will survive and start asking why this world allows it at all. Because in 2025, we didn't want comfort without truth. We wanted emotional intelligence, moral tension, stories that trusted us to think. These dramas didn't escape reality. They interrogated it. And that's why we needed them, even when they unsettled us. If these stories stayed with you longer than expected, then you're not finished yet. Click the video on your screen for top second chance K-dramas that make you question everything. Because some stories don't offer redemption. They demand reflection.